Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, before we even go into boxing, you've been reading surveys and predictions about, the fact that we are quarantined basically. We're isolated, social distancing, things, whatever you call it. We gotta, stay to ourselves right now because of things that happen. So, you hear in the surveys and, predictions that, hey, when you're isolated and stuff, you get aggressive. Things are gonna happen. Like reading the domestic violence issues, they're gonna go up and stuff like that. Well, don't let nobody predict nothing, people. We're better than that. We're better than that, right? Bottom line, keep your hands to your damn self. And, hopefully you got a place big enough that you can go by yourself for a little while. Because we're going to be around the family a whole lot. How family get on your nerves after about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you better have your place. But, while we're doing that, hey, go pick it up. That's my book about domestic violence, Slapped. Just put Slapped and Doma in Amazon and go pick it up. It's some reading. Now, this channel's PG-13, right? But not the book, right? I was a little pissed off when I wrote it. And it's just a lot of little things about, why domestic violence could occur, what we should do, you know, when it does, especially women, when it does the first time, things that we shouldn't be, like every time a cult is started, how's a cult started most of the time? Cult most of the time is some dude say he can have as many ladies as he want, they can be as young as they want, and he can treat them how he want to. And then what do you do? The cult get full because dudes are standing in line without saying up, sign up. Stuff like that is in there. You know what I'm saying? So we basically it's to prevent. Wrote it a few years back, and something you should probably be getting. Right now you got to read anyway. You're gonna laugh a lot, right? You're gonna laugh a lot, and then you're gonna say that fool crazy. Better talk about sports, stop talking about stuff like that. Whatever. We'll go pick that up because we're better than that. Nobody gonna predict that we're gonna be having domestic violence issues, and it's a subject that people don't like, right? They don't like. I'll tell you, you got about five dudes say something about domestic violence and watch how people start looking weird. They do it all the time, and I don't care if they do even because you can tell who is into it, and you got to be that person to be like, I don't give a damn what you don't do and how cool that is, or if I'm supposed to be soft or whatever because I ain't put my hands on no damn women, and you shouldn't either. Bottom line, that's what it is. So let's move on, right, to some disgusting. We got our heavyweights, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, and all that. We had that fight, and people are thinking it's only about that fight, right? But what the American media is doing is disgusting right now. Our heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson Fury, the number one heavyweight in the world right now, has major issues, and we're not reporting on it. To find out about it, you got to go in the internet somewhere. You know, luckily the boxing people who talk about boxing, the heavyweights of the boxing, are talking about it at least, so you can have some kind of view into what's going on, right? Because by the time you find me, you probably know about it already. But the bottom line is, Tyson Fury having issues with when he was tested positive in 2015 for nandrolone and lied about it or whatever, right? And this guy, this farmer, Carefoot or what his name is, he's 70 years old. Man have told on him because they didn't pay him. And we've documented that. But the newest news is he's getting, threats. People showing up to his house and stuff like that. Man, 70. He's not lying. Frank Warren, one of the promoters for Tyson Fury, said the man wrote him a couple of months ago, asking for his money, right? So if this guy's lying, why would he write a promoter and say, give me some money? That's a bold 70-year-old dude, now ain't it? Right? So, it's at least worthy of looking into it, especially when you're talking about he said, I don't even have wild boars here. They're very rare in this area and all of that. I don't really have them here. He had to go take pictures of some wild boar somewhere else. So there's so much information coming out that you can just go on the internet and find out. Now, you got all these debate shows and all this stuff. Sport, America's sport capital of the world. So many sports popping off, because there's a variety of them. Most countries have the one or two sports they're good in. America got all kinds of stuff popping off, right? Sports shows. That's what we watch. We ain't got too many now. It's not that much to talk about because not too much sport going on. Current sport. We watching all kind of old stuff. Tell the truth. You at home watching old stuff right now, right? You gonna tell me the heavyweight champion has an issue of this magnitude and no one's covering it? And then you combine that with what I keep saying, Deontay Wilder saying his suit could have been heavy. And did you know who didn't talk about his suit? Who did not talk about Deontay Wilder saying his suit was heavy? Who didn't? The ones who did not talk about Deontay Wilder's suit, you should be the ones that's not talking about Tyson Fury either. Then, right? But it ain't none. Everybody talked about him saying about his suit. His suit was too heavy, right? In a conversation, basically. One is an excuse. And everybody's talking about making jokes about his suit. One of the WWE dude talking about, making jokes about his suit. In the same time that Tyson Fury has something like this, he can get 8 years banned. Bribe the guy to pay for him. And it's all about just giving it the exposure it deserves. Because all these people who have opinions who came in and talking about is Deontay Wilder's suit, this excuse and this and that, he shouldn't fight him again, he was dominated, all of that. What are their opinions for this? We can't see no opinions. We can't have no opinions. That's why they don't want it on there. And see, when you come to the debate shows, and that's why, for me, they're pretty much done. And I love my sport. I love my debate shows and all that. Y'all know I love my sport. Now it's just boxing. Let's just get caught up on boxing because they're so corrupt. But you know something? I'm the kind of dude now. I've told you those racist emails from Ring Magazine to Boxing Bible to Oscar De La Hoya, one of the biggest promotion companies in boxing, to sweep that under the rug and not mention that on mainstream media was to me a big strike. It's one of them Flintstone strikes. You know what I'm saying? Where you swing 1, 2, 3 and you out. You don't just swing once. Them Flintstones back in the day. That was a big strike. That was very disappointing and alarming for me. Now, to do this one, boy, man, I'd be boycotting. Now, I'm only one person. But there's no way I can sit and watch you people act like you know about sports and you know about boxing and you just ignore this like this is not even happening, right? And it's a huge story. Now, and America's ignoring it on purpose. You know why? Because they're supposed to be sending some people over there to open up these investigations and not just leave it to UKAD. You leave it to UKAD and it's going to be had. Ain't nobody going to do nothing there. UKAD was running out of money the first time. Only reason that they open it is because it's been exposed. And only Britain is talking about it. Right? We need to get our stuff together. Because for me, it mirrors exactly what happened for the Ukraine scandal, where the people were involved that were supposed to police the whole thing were involved, the senators. I keep repeating myself, but it's the exact same thing. And President Trump is like Tyson Fury. It's like President Trump ain't never done nothing that's not a crime. Constantly, one thing after another. They never hired anybody that's not have a criminal background. And Tyson Fury has done a lot of things. We're not talking about man out of the blue. You never had any issues before. That would be Deontay Wilder, by the way. That's the guy who's never really done nothing. And if he says something, I want a body. That was huge. Want a body on my thing. Huge news. My suit was a little heavy. Huge news. This guy done said a whole lot of stuff which we ain't gonna go into. Because people know, right? The gloves, we know there's an issue there. Now the wild boy, you've been lying about it. And every side effect from high levels of nandrolone, like balding or acne. Boy, don't even look at Huey Fury. Then if you don't want to see no acne, that's that kind of acne will make you don't want to eat nothing, no more cream of wheat or nothing, because the pus to be coming out look like cream of wheat and stuff. Just make you don't even want to see that. And Tyson Fury bald as hell, right? I'm just saying, it's just reasons to look into it, and we won't even go in there and say anything to at least let people put the pressure on them, so UKAD feels like they're being policed. Bottom line is they know they're not. They know this will be swept under the rug. And I told you guys back when Canelo was let off. I said when Canelo is let off with those little 6 months after being tested, popped twice for clenbuterol. Everybody else is get dope is gonna be like, well, shit, Canelo got that. Look at Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller got a deal about the fight. Dillian White, B sample. Didn't have nothing really ever happen to the man. Right? Everybody's this lady out here, Jimenez. I don't even know her. Just hearing about what's going on with her, right? And Tyson Fury, obvious. We ain't gonna look into it. Think about that. All the dope people. Hey, Deontay Wilder, Povetkin's dope. Fight him anyway. All this stuff's going on with these dopers. Man, we need to get it together. Now, I did a video back about 2 weeks ago talking about boxing could possibly be banned soon. If somebody arbitrary gets a whiff of what's really going on, we're going to be in trouble. We're going to be in trouble. So, America, step up your game. Put this on the damn news where it belongs. Matter of fact, this is headline news. After you talk about Corona, and we get the Corona out of the way, and you start talking about normal news, as soon as you get to sport, what's bigger than a heavyweight champion that just beat Deontay Wilder, heavyweight champion, basically damn near undisputed because he had them titles that Joshua got are his, right? Damn near undisputed heavyweight champion got a real big doping issue, and a 70-year-old man that's scared running around right now, people coming to his house, and we ain't gonna mention it. That sounds like America, don't it? Dome Sports Talk. Worldwide, think about it. And I'm up out of here, y'all.